Hey everybody, it's time to talk about your August Wine Club, and we have some amazing selections for you this month. We have everything from two wines that are the first time, two varietals. It's the first time never before in the club, and we're almost 3 years being in. We have wines punching above their weight. We have wines that are super values. We this month is just a mishmash of amazingness, and we have Julia Hunt from American Premium Beverage is going to also tell you about all these wines on this video as well. And let's get started. Great selections, and let's get started talking about these wines.
We've got a really great wine for you this August Wine Club coming up to you. We've never actually featured this grape before in a wine club. It's perfect for August, and usually they're a little light and fresh, but Danny will tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah. This is a Charantes from Argentina. What you're going to get on this is a beautiful floral note. Andy was saying a bit ago about roses. You're getting a lot of rose on that.
But you're standing in a garden.
Yeah, rose garden right
Yeah.
there. But you're also going to get on the palate like grapefruit and citrus. So not quite like a Sauvignon Blanc with the acidity on the back, but just a beautiful, silky smooth finish on this. And we have Julia Hunt from American Premium Beverage to tell you all about this wine.
Hello, Loaded Grape Wine Club. My name is Julia Hunt. I work with American Premium Beverage. So I'm going to guide you through some of the wines that are featured in your wine club this month. So the first wine we're going to taste is a Charantes from a producer called Colomé. It's from the Salta region of northern Argentina. It's the indigenous white grape of the area. High elevation, sandy soil, a little bit of stone. Charantes is very floral, very versatile pairing grape, seafood, salads, cheeses. Refreshing, really just lovely for the summer and moving into fall.
You know me, and I love rosé, especially Côte de Provence rosés. And Andy, I think you've selected a great one for this month. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty well-known rosé. It's called, it's got AIX, but it's pronounced X. It's a very light rosé. You can see the color right there. Very, very, very light pink. Lighter than a salmon color, actually.
Very good.
Yeah, strawberry, watermelon, cream.
Yeah.
Perfect for August.
Yeah, if you're still looking to sit outside and have a little bit of a porch pounder, this is it. This is going to go down really, really nice, especially with maybe a spring salad if you're just starting off. And we have Julia to tell us more about the X Rosé.
So, on to the rosé. This is X. This is a Grenache-based rosé from Provence, specifically the region of Cotes d'Aix-en-Provence, where it gets its name. It's a real refreshing style. You see the light, very light pink color, which is typical of provincial rosés from this part of France. We are in the south of France. Nice strawberry watermelon on the nose. Very juicy, very bright. You can drink rosé all year round, but it's especially nice this time of year.
This next wine is, again, another varietal we have never featured in a wine club, and it's really nice. We thought it was well, especially this time of year. This is, I'm going to bastardize the name, but I think my French is a little better than Danny, so I'll give my attempt right here. It is Arrowalt Grosbois, Saint Nicolas de Bourgogne.
I'm going to refer to it as the Cab Franc.
There you go.
That's how I'm going to go for the whole year. So if you're coming in for any of our tastings for our wine club, I'm just going to say this is the Cab Franc. It is a lovely Cab Franc, especially for this time of year, because you're still getting out there and still grilling, and I just love how a Cab Franc can pair with some of that red meat, even some white meat if you want to go with like a duck or.
From the smell, I think it was a grilled meat. I get that.
From the smell, it's so good. Yeah, so very light. Get that little bit of pepper on there, and a little bit of that green pepper. And we're gonna have Julia from American Premium Beverage tell you all about this.
Okay, so this is a Cabernet Franc from the Loire Valley, from the little village of Saint Nicolas d'Orbourgille. This is from the family Amoureux Grosbois. fourth generation wine growers, wine producers in that area. It is organic and biodynamic. Cabernet Franc from this area tends to be a little bit on the green pepper side, with black fruit like plum, blackberry. This is very consistent with those flavor profiles. This will pair great with barbecue, with a little bit of chill on it. It's a nice, light, bright red.
One of my favorite areas is Spain, and to be able to get a Grand Reserva of a Tempranillo in this month's wine club is pretty exciting.
Yep.
Andy, I mean, the big, bold, this is just, I'm so excited about this wine.
Right, yeah. So usually Grand Reservas, and it's worth it, right? So once you know how it's actually made, you understand why it costs so much. But we were able to keep this in a regular wine club, so it's accessible to everybody. So not a reserve bottle, but this is a 2010 Grand Reserva Bibao, Ramón Bibao actually. Mostly Tempranillo, 90%. A little bit of other Grenache in there, and Carignan actually is thrown in there for this. But
a 2010, folks. That's the other side of it. This bottle's already aged for you. This is ready to go. It's big, it's slightly tannic, just awesome, and I really think that you're going to enjoy grilling out with this, with lamb or steak
or just drink it by yourself.
Or
like
just
I
drink
would.
it,
Yeah,
just
so.
drink it by yourself. But it's just a beautiful wine.
Yeah. So, but you know, Riojas in general, there's 5 different levels. 36 months in American oak. Let's you introduce Julia, but yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I was gonna let Julia tell you. I was gonna let Julia tell you.
Yeah.
It's all about this wine.
This is a real treat. This is a Grand Reserva Rioja from the producer Ramón Bibao. So Rioja is located in kind of the north central part of Spain, along the Oja River. It is an area that's planted mostly to Tempranillo. The other grapes that are allowed in that area are Grenache in France, Mezuelo, also known as Carignana and Carignan, and also Graciano. The Ramón Bibao is unique because even though it is predominantly Tempranillo, it also has 2 other of the allowed grapes blended, the Graciano and the Grenache. It spends 36 months in American oak. A Grand Reserva must be aged at least 5 years before release. This is a 2010, so it has additional bottle age. It would be perfect to drink now, which is really unique for a wine of this character. Riojas aged in American oak tend to have kind of a coconutty, sawdust character, which is very typical of American oak. This also has those characters. More complexity, more depth than you would have in a Crianza. It's a really complex wine, very smooth, dried fruit, nice strawberry, cherry characters. You get a cinnamon nutmeg, clove, baking spice from the oak. Broad things would pair with this. Lamb, duck, anything with a little bit of a game kind of flavor profile. And also beef.
Of course, we have to let Andy talk about this wine. It comes from a region that he absolutely loves, which is Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Andy, I know this is going to be a wine that you're going to be pushing everybody towards. You want to let everybody know a little bit about your Grand Total?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are punching above our weight here. So it is a Cote de Rhone, but it is south of France, Châteauneuf-du-Pape area, like Danny said. 80% Grenache, 20% Syrah, so it's just a GS blend. But these guys, I think we did our Châteauneuf-du-Pape tasting, same makers, 1400s. They know what they're doing. They make quality wine.
And I think their Châteauneuf-du-Pape we sell for 90.
We
so
do, yeah, absolutely. So I mean, you know, it's very well made wine. Dark berry fruits, cherries, all. I mean, just delicious. So.
Very yummy. This is actually our Reserve Club bottle. If you're not in the Reserve Club, you can always pay $10 to opt up to this. And we're going to let Julia tell you a little bit more about this wine.
And this is the Domaine de Grand Tinel, Cote de Rhone. The Tinel domain is located in Châteauneuf-du-Pape, which is in the southern part of the Rhone Valley. This is 80% Grenache, 20% Syrah. It is fermented in cement, concrete, and aged in stainless steel, so it does not see any oak. However, it's not lacking in a very robust flavor profile. This is a big wine to not see any wood. Smooth, rich dark fruits, raspberry, black cherry, a little bit of a black pepper spice, which is typical of Syrah. Domaine de Grend Tinel has been around for quite some time. The two families that married in the 60s, the Establé and the Jeune family, combined their estates, which had been in operation since the 14th century. So this is a very old wine-producing family.
Oh, Zins! I love Zins! You should know I love Zins. And now we're going to talk about some of our Grand Reserve Wine Club wines. And we're going to start with a Russian River Zin from Hartford. This wine is drinking amazing. Now, when it comes to Zin, I like them all. I like them everything from the big jammy all the way down to the more spice, the rambling spices and everything. And this one is kind of like in the middle. And it is perfect for this time of year, folks, when you're grilling out. Andy, I mean, what do you think? I mean, a Russian River Zin.
Right, so you have me in two words, Russian River and Zin, right? For Grand Reserve, we got some really good picks. We've got elegance and we've got power. This is your elegance right here. Usually, like Danny said, they're a lot of Zins from California, jammy, fruit forward. This is not. This is very elegant, very. It is cold pressed, and they press the grapes really gently, which makes it soft, right? It's not doing anything hard. No pump overs. No lots of hard actions that they do with this, and they've made a really great wine from Russian River with a Zin, and we've actually never had a Zin before, right?
Yeah, we've done a Zin in the Grand Reserve. So, folks, we're going to have Julie tell a little bit more about this wine. Enjoy.
Here we have Hartford Zinfandel. The Hartford family's winery is located in the middle of the Russian River Valley, known for Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and some of the warmer areas, Zinfandel. Their winemaker's Jeff Stewart spent many years making wine for wineries all over the Russian River area, but now work with Jennifer and Don Hartford. What's unique about the Russian River is it's usually allocated at the winery. We would not typically have this much available for wine clubs, so it's quite exciting as a sign of the times. With the winery being closed and not selling as much direct to consumer, we had the opportunity to bring these wines in. So they make their Zinfandel like they make their Pinot Noir, which is gently. It actually goes through a cold soak. They do not pump it over. They do gentle punch downs. It's also aged very similar to Pinot Noir and French oak for about 10 months. About a third of it new, about a third of it 1-year-old oak, and about a third of it 2-year-old oak. So you do get the oak influence, kind of the nutmeg and the mocha, but it's not overwhelming. Zinfandel in particular tends to have a peppery character. This one is white pepper, so it's much more elegant and subtle. You definitely get vanilla and blackberry. It's a very juicy flavor profile without being jammy. Lots of food pairing opportunities with this as well. You could go simple, for instance, like a bolognese, something of that type, or even ossobuco would pair really nice with this.
This next wine we have for you is super in all intents and purposes because it is a super Tuscan from Italy, from Bulgaria, Bulgari, sorry. Very famous region for Italy for Super Tuscans. It's actually the home of Super Tuscans, and we'll let Danny tell you a little bit more about it, but this is punching way above
the weight. Yeah. This retails over 70. We're marking it down to 60 to put it in the club for you this month. So you're definitely getting a huge value in the Grand Reserve. We don't have as many bottles to sell, so if you want extra, I think we got like 3 or 4 bottles. That's it. That we grabbed everything.
We bought all that.
Bought it all. Yeah. So enjoy this. But I picture this. You have me in a Aston Martin driving around the Italian hillside with my sweater tied over my I totally James Bonding it up with this Super Tuscan. Folks, you are going to absolutely love this wine, and you're going to be thanking us later that you were able to get it. 2015, a great vintage. 2016, a great vintage. So this is one you can either sell her for a little bit or drink it now because it is drinking excellent. And we're going to have Julia tell you a little bit more about it now.
Here we have a wine from Donna Olympia. Donna Olympia is located in the Bulgari region of Italy. This is the home of the Super Tuscan. Most of the Super Tuscan wines are Bordeaux varietal based, and this one is no exception. This is Cabernet Sauvignon, Petit Verdot, and Merlot. It spends 24 months in new French oak. It's very balanced. It's the 2015 Superiore. So to qualify for Superiore DOC, you have to at least spend 2 years in oak. That's one of the qualifications. You'll notice on the label these kind of cylindrical, I guess raised on the label here. That is a homage to the cypress trees that line the main road to the village of Bulgari. It's located slightly uphill. It is a small city with a few churches, museums, restaurants, and it's a little walled city. If you've ever seen the Alfa Romeo commercials of the Giulia racing up a cypress-lined road that looks like only one car is going to fit, that is the road up to the town of Bulgari, the little village of Bulgari. And these cypress trees and that road borders Donna Olympia's property. So, Mille Passi means 1,000 steps. That is a reference to an old Roman road that actually cuts through part of the Donna Olympia property. Guido Folinari is the owner and proprietor of Donna Olympia, and his winemaking roots trace back also to the 14th century. Rich. You get the Cabernet Sauvignon up front. The Merlot helps to just mellow it out just a touch. Very long finish, very fine grained tannins. This wine can be aged or you can drink it now. Petit Verdot adds just the right amount of floral, violet, lavender character, almost like herbs de Provence to the nose. Rich, ripe plum, ripe blackberry on the palate.
Thank you for watching. Just wanted to let you know we are allowing you to come in and taste twice. There's 2 opportunities. August 9th, which is a Sunday, from noon to 5. It's a 1-hour time slot, so just come in. Or
Make your reservation.
Make your reservation.
Make your reservation.
Yeah. The other Sunday is August 23rd.
Yeah.
So either of those Sundays, you can make a reservation to actually come in and taste these wines. We're not tasting any other time except for those 2 days, August 9th and August 23rd.
So you get twice.
Twice opportunity to because we know people are on vacation and going places.
Right.
So make your reservation. Let us know what day you'd like to come in. It's a 1-hour time slot. We'll taste you on all the wines and have a good time.
Yep. You guys will love it. See you soon.
See you. Cheers.
Cheers.